Hey there, Internet. Today I'm reviewing the new Martin Scorsese film, Killers of the Flower Moon. This came out in 2023, and it's finally available today on Apple TV. So if you haven't seen it, you can watch it streaming. Let's get into it. So this movie, Leonardo DiCaprio, Lily Gladstone, Martin Scorsese is the director. Amazing screenplay by Eric Roth. He's one of my favorite scriptwriters. He did The Insider. He's done Munich. He's done a ton of movies. That being said, what works with this movie? Let's start out with that. Lily Gladstone, pretty good actress in it. She's probably one of the front runners for Best Actress at the Academy Awards. There's a little bit of a debate. Should she be considered a leading actress or supporting actress? The movie is mainly about Leonardo DiCaprio's character. Whenever I think about Martin Scorsese, I think he's probably my favorite living filmmaker. Just always love his movies, love crime films, thrillers, etc. That being said, I didn't really love this movie. The movie is 206 minutes. It's a little on the long side. That's around 3 hours, 40 minutes roughly. And the film is basically about the Osage Nation. It's about murders that are happening. They're unsolved, and they're trying to figure out who's the killer, why are these killings happening to the Osage folks. And it's kind of about the beginning of the FBI, one of the FBI's first cases. I read the book several years ago when it was announced Scorsese and Leonardo DiCaprio making this as their next project. I really enjoyed the book, so it's interesting that when I saw the movie, I thought there was a pretty big disconnect between the story in the movie and the story in the book. Part of the reason I didn't like the movie is I didn't feel it was extremely rewatchable. Usually the first time you watch it, you kind of get a lot of what is going on. There doesn't seem to be a lot of layers to the story. And for me, as soon as I get out of the movie, I think about, is this rewatchable? Is this something I want to rewatch later this year, later this month, later this week? And if it's something that I just don't want to rewatch, even next year, even 2 years from now, then it falls into this category of, okay, we need to discuss what's wrong with this. Again, good movie about Indian culture, all these sort of things, but not such a good murder mystery movie. Part of the reason that is we already know from the get-go who the murderers are, what their motivation is, and then we're just kind of left with, okay, why are we continuing to watch this movie? Why is this movie over 3 hours? I think it would have been a much better film if they had cut it down to 2.5 hours. Thelma Schoonmaker is a great editor. She's done all Scorsese's editing. But that being said, I think her and Scorsese are maybe getting up there. They like their longer films. Apple TV was like, please make it as long as you want, because when it goes to streaming, we'll have more people watching it for longer. But overall, I think this is a movie that had nice peppered in action and crime sequences in the first 2/3. And then the final 1/3 of the movie, there's little to no murders or action really happening. We're also stuck with the character of Leonardo DiCaprio, probably one of his least appealing characters he's ever played. And I like it when Leo plays a bad guy, but in this case, he's a dumb bad guy. So he is really slow and simple. He's got weird teeth. And the whole movie, you're just kind of like, why am I stuck with this moron? Why am I stuck watching this moron story and him going about the paces? The movie also doesn't respect me as a viewer because it keeps repeating information, keeps telling me the same things that are happening, and it felt very repetitious after a while, especially as we're getting to the end of the film. So I watched it in theaters, didn't really like it, and then it came out yesterday. I said, let me rewatch it. Maybe there's something I didn't get that I'll watch it. I'll enjoy it more at home if I watch it at home. And I started to rewatch it, and I got about 2/3 through it, and I said, do I really want to watch the last third of this movie? The more interesting things have already happened. I know how it's going to end, and I just wasn't looking forward to it. At that point, I was already kind of looking down more at my phone. And so I think that this speaks to the movie could have been better if it was more following maybe the murder mystery side of it. Even Robert De Niro, I think, is pretty underutilized in the film. His character is just very simple. So it seems like all three of the characters, De Niro, Lily Gladstone, Leonardo DiCaprio, all the characters start at the same point in the beginning of the movie, and by the end of the movie, the characters haven't really changed at all. We don't feel any emotion for any of the characters, what they're going through, and it just is kind of like we're going through the motions. So that being said, again, I love Martin Scorsese. I've seen him speak at the Castro Theater. He's probably my favorite living filmmaker, but I thought that this was not his best movie. I didn't even think this was in his top 10 movies. So that's my 2 cents. It's my honest review. If you enjoyed this review, if you found it informative, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that notification button, and check in tomorrow morning. I'll be reviewing another film. Let me know in the comments if there's a specific movie you want me to take a look at. Have a great day, everyone. See you in the next one.